Hello, I'm Tom, and if you're Amelia Fosun, I love you. We're getting married in 60 days. If you're not Amelia Fosun, thank you for watching this walkthrough of the first part of the beta for the Diablo 3. I enjoyed playing it. I hope you enjoy watching it. As you can see, the computer that I'm running Diablo 3 on is a Mac with a quad-core processor, a good amount of RAM, and good memory cards. However, you'll see in the top right left-hand corner, that I am monitoring my frame rates as I play the game. If these technical aspects are interesting to you, please take note of them via the information provided on the screen. That said, we'll jump into the game now. This is the part everyone's been waiting for, the login screen. Login screen works just fine. Again, it's the beta. These are some characters I already played the beta with. I'm going to start a new one to do this little walkthrough. This is the Demon Hunter, and my personal favorite so far. I've actually, interestingly, like the ranged classes better than the tanking, brawling classes, which is weird, because I'm not usually a ranged kind of guy. But Diablo 3, I like the Demon Hunter best. So you can see my three characters here. Amelia's Boo, she's my fiance. She's pretty. And then these are just other names I chose on. But anyway, played the Hunter and the Monk. I mean, the Brute and the Monk. Not the Brute. You know what I'm talking about. The big guy. Today I'm going to do a Wizard, I think. Because the Witch Doctor's the only one left. I haven't really been a big fan of the Witch Doctor. So I'm going to roll down, do a Wizard, make it a guy. Because I'm a guy, not a chick. And here we go. Give him some kind of a trendy name. Character creation's pretty simple with Diablo. And one thing about the Wizard is mana regenerates very quickly, which is good. It's good news. You don't want to have to wait forever for mana to regenerate. Much faster than in Diablo 2. WizKid. That's a good name for a wizard. Might be a little magic wand. He's not too intimidating. Jump in here to the beta. Pretty fun so far, right? Alright, this is where you begin the beta. No cinematics, nothing too special. Just where you begin. And the first thing I noticed is that the layout is a lot like World of Warcraft. If you pardon me, I'm going to adjust to some settings. You can see in the top left-hand corner I am monitoring my frame rates. I want to try and get those a little bit higher for us here so that this video is a little bit better quality. That should do it. Probably. Apply. See what happens. They're good. It jumped up a little bit. Stuff is responding. So we're good. Alright, back to the game. Looks a lot like World of Warcraft in terms of layout, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Get your chat box over here, just like WoW. And I can't remember if it was like that in Diablo 2 or not. I loved Diablo 1 and 2. That's your map in the top right. The map is a huge improvement over Diablo 2, I gotta say. And when you get quests, much like in World of Warcraft, the quest information will be displayed beneath the map, which I kind of like. I'm kind of a purist. I don't like things on my screen, but it was okay. The health orb, and I like the caption there, when this runs out, you're dead. Your resource, in terms of the wizard, we're talking about mana. Looks neat. Looks like a little glowing marble. And so far, your two skills and abilities. Now, in the course of this walkthrough, you're going to see me get another one that I'll start using, but you use those by right and left clicking. And if there's no one around to attack, you have to press shift, hold still, and attack nothing, like I was just doing. You press L to access your quest log and your lore log. This is where your quests will be. This is where lore will be. Lore in the Diablo universe is fascinating. If you press your inventory button, you can set it so that it zooms close to your character. And I like to do that. I like to see what I'm equipping and what it looks like, because it's neat. The potions in Diablo 3 are much improved over Diablo 2. If you remember in Diablo 2, you had to equip a belt, and then you had to put potions in that belt. and when you ran out of potions, you had to like throw a town portal down, run back to town, put more potions in it, and then go back. Not in Diablo 3. In Diablo 3, all you do is press Q. If you have potions, they will always be in Q. You press Q, you always get a potion unless you run out. As you'll see later, potions aren't necessarily needed, even though they are certainly helpful. And then of course you've got your stats. Now Diablo 3 does not, at least this beta, does not give you the opportunity to allocate stats individually, which is weird for me, I must say. I like that a lot about Diablo 2. But we'll see what they do. They'll probably bring it back or put a different mechanic in for it. Z zooms into your character and allows you a closer look. So now we get into the exciting stuff, actually using that neat magic wand you've got in your hand there, doing some combat, because everybody loves combat. And we kill some monsters with right and left clicking, nothing too crazy. In the game, almost everything is destructible too, almost all the objects get destroyed, which is fun. Ranged attacks are nice. These guys don't even have a chance to get to me. Haha, suckers. Crows flying away everywhere. Kinda neat. Kinda adds to the spooky atmosphere. Zombies eating dead people. That's delicious. Tons of dead bodies, and oh no, someone is getting attacked. But he survived, he's good. These are these little red orbs. These guys make the potion thing a lot easier. If you don't have to do potions, then you don't have to worry about clicking Q. You find these little red orbs around the map, and they refill your life, which is always desired. Let's see what Captain Rumford has to say. After I show you these trees. These guys look pretty scared. What's going on? Haven't run for. Prophecy sent me in search of the star that fell on this land. It fell in the old cathedral. There's only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her. Captain Rumsford, more zombies. All this violence. Everybody should know the devil can be defeated with the Bible. Alright, job well done. You fight like never I've ever seen before. Guards, open the gates. You see Lee at the slaughtered calf inn. These guys are weird, really creepy. Like, what if you just walked into your town and saw people burning bodies? Let me ask him what's going on. He says, the dead have been a bane on our existence since the cursed fire fell. We've had to burn them just to make sure they don't rise from the grave. And look at this dude. He literally throws a body on the fire. Bummer. It's like the Black Plague of Satan. Something nasty's going on. So we're going to go into New Tristram. This guy will give you a blessing. I'm going to wait on it because I'm not sure if he gives you only one or if he'll do it over and over. This guy will sell you stuff and you can buy stuff from him. It doesn't really have anything I want. So I'm not going to spend money yet. I have a lot because I've been using the auction house, but not yet. Here is the waypoint. Here is the blacksmith. This is kind of neat. Instead of using a heraldic cube or something, you can train this dude to take ingredients to build stuff for you to make you weapons and whatnot. And that's exactly what I've been doing kind of with my other characters, and that's why he's already all trained up like this. He's got the scales. He's got mad scales. So yeah. Let's go on into the slaughtered calf inn and talk to this chick. And you can zoom out. I like to play zoomed in a lot, but you can zoom out. Those guys look like they're in trouble. What's up, hottie? Are you Leah? Rumford said you'd seen the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my Uncle Deckard Kane in the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but the...
We're turning into zombies and then dying. And she runs over to help out. Too late. Great job, Leia. You're a peach. Pick up some gold, pick up some gold. After you kill those guys, the bartender goes, "These dudes are bad for business," or something like that. You find Leah's journal in her room. Makes me feel like such a stalker. But yeah, there's her journal. You can read it too. You can be a stalker too. Don't worry, Leah. I'll help you. Look around the room, see if there's anything else I can creep. Creeper. Nah, now I'm really feeling awkward. Time to go. Wait, I can't leave. I'm stuck. I literally got stuck trying to go out the door. Guilty conscience. So now we're talking to Lee again.
The dead will overwhelm us all unless something is done.
I'll make certain that doesn't happen. Your town is safe.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
And if it were me having this conversation, I would say, but Leah, I've already spoken to him. Why would I run all the way back there again? He told me to come to you. Here's the mayor. Mayor's a big chicken. His cart is literally blocking the rest of the road up there on the mini-map. You can see the pointer. That road takes you out to another area. But it's locked right now by the mayor's cart. Because he's a wimp. And he's angry. And then you diss him. I'm not in the habit of helping cowards. Neat. Zooming back in, running through town. I'm like a compulsive clicker sometimes too, so if I click on random people, I apologize. What can I do to help fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Thanks for the warning, but I won't be dying today.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike the wretched mothers and their queen, the ones vomiting out. ... Horrors. Captain, they're breaking through.
Fighting sounds. There's those red balloon things. I wonder what those actually are. I guess if it were a real world, what those red balloons would actually be. No idea. Probably because it's not a real world. The plane of Sanctuary is confined to the lore and mythology of Diablo. Now let's check out my skills. Nothing new here. The magic missile. Fun. But here, the ray of frost. Let's play with this. The demon hunter has a similar skill, a rapid fire thing. That's neat. This looks like it would be good for taking down masses of enemies. However, notice that my mana drains very quickly when I use it, and then very quickly recharges. And shall we put these skills to use? We shall. Across the bridge, through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. Enemies. Let's ice them down. It's slowing them, it looks like. That's neat. That's good stuff. There's a big dude right there. He just looks all kinds of happy to see me. Wants to give me a hug, and I'm like, no, don't hug me, zombie. Gotta chowing down, interrupting dinner. And now I'm looting. A little bit more lore.
I'll never forget the first time I saw these horrors stumbling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones buried long ago rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, then they were only the beginning.
Deckard Cain. That wasn't really Deckard Cain's voice.
It'd have been like, the living dead. You can kind of see the graphics are pretty great. They'd be better if I weren't using recording QuickTime to record this video. The graphics would be much better. In fact, that's why the frame rates are only around 30. They're usually much higher when I play. That's alright, I may equip some stuff real quick. Destroy some stuff real quick. This is really boring without sound effects. And it's worse with my sound effects, so I won't do that again. Oh look, a neat journal. Oh look, more bad guys. I think it's cool how they crawl up out of the ground like that. There's a lot of dynamic kind of displays, or I don't know if that's the right thing to call it, but there's a lot of depth and stuff in this game, and that really just makes it fun to play and to watch. You can destroy that cart, because really you can destroy about anything in the game, and I don't remember if I do it in this video or not, but if you destroy a lot of things at one time, then you'll get experience, and that's good, because basically it means that at any level, no matter how low the area is and the beasts in the area are, at any level you can still get experience and level up. And the more monsters you kill at one time, the more experience you get. Oh look, it's very quiet and peaceful. I bet no one's in here at all. Shall I go check him out? Uh-oh. Oh no. Gasp. They got distracted though. They're like not even paying, they're just walking around. Somebody in here? Oh, food. We were really hungry. What's weird is that someone in their house just had a lot of people buried underneath the cellar of their house. This was a serial killer's house. There were dead bodies underneath the cellar. Creepy. Oh, and my mouse battery has died. That is why I'm not doing anything right now. So I'm gonna get up, change my mouse battery. Hope it doesn't die again. Sorry about that. Get some gold. The good looting in this game's easier. You don't have to actually click on gold to pick it up, just run over it, which is good. Sometimes after playing Diablo 2, I would just kind of like walk around and wonder how much gold I'd left behind, because I just didn't see it. And now we're back out at Old Tristram Road, like that gold right there, for example. But you just run over it and you pick it up. You don't have to actually go click it. I always run around the outside of an area to try to find the boundaries before I run through it. I don't know if anyone else does that. Maybe I'm just a weirdie. Kill some zombies, try to break a fence. That doesn't blow up. Makes me all kinds of sad. And, oh, how intriguing. A well with light coming from it. Gold. Delicious. Uh-oh, not delicious. He's dead though. Maybe I'll level up while I'm in the side of this cave. That would be great. This quest, you have to kill 3 wretched mothers who literally vomit out zombies, and then go kill the queen mother thing. And I would like to at least be level 3 before I fight her. Having some more mouse problems, I apologize. Nobody likes it when mouse batteries die. But I can use this time to kind of give you my overall impression of the game while I change my mouse batteries real quick. Pros and cons. Great game. It's a lot of fun.
What I don't like about it is that you don't get to allocate specific points for your character. Like you don't get to say +5 for strength. Every level doesn't grant you new points to kind of look up. That was kind of the way of taking like a tank character and still making them a spellcaster in Diablo 2, and I really like that. But it's not a big deal. I'm pretty sure that after the beta, they're going to work that into the gameplay somehow, probably with a whole different mechanic. But from what I've been reading, they're probably going to do something about that. The graphics are awesome. And like I said before, usually they're much better, but the recording equipment or program QuickTime that I'm using kind of slows it down a little bit. And outside of that, well, I'll tell you the third thing that I don't like. Oh, hey, I leveled up. That I don't like about it, you probably won't get to see in this level, in this quest. I just don't think that. But so far in the beta, none of the bookshelves have books on them. Like you loot a bookshelf and it has gold. And you may be thinking like, Tom, who cares what's on the bookshelf? I mean, I'm playing a video game, not going to a library. But really, like if you remember in Diablo 2, if you looted a bookshelf, you'd find like a scroll, a town portal, or an identifier, a tome, or a spell book. And they pretty much got rid of those in Diablo 3, which I think is actually good. Makes the gameplay more streamlined. I kind of like that. But even though they got rid of those mechanics, those things, you still use town portals in this game. You just don't have to use a scroll. Even though they got rid of those mechanics, at least in the beta, they still could have put books on bookshelves, and it would have been a way to discover lore. You know, it certainly makes more sense than like opening a treasure chest in the middle of a road and finding somebody's random journal inside of it, like we just did. You know, why not put the book in the bookshelf and the gold in the treasure chest? That makes more sense. And there's a lot of bookshelves to loot, so it would be a good way to provide kind of that backstory to the Sanctuary universe that you don't necessarily find when you just play through a game. So that's it. That's all my complaining. I'm done. Look, a diary in a chest behind the house. That's where I would put my diary. Not on a bookshelf. ... This is about a character, Jillian, I think. Yep, Jillian. I should just read it. Jillian, from the first game, which is kind of cool. I like that this first quest of Diablo 3 is basically from Diablo 1. Blow up that table. Oh, hey, that chest has already been opened. And that chest, too. Gasp, all of those chests. Why so ever demon stealing loot? That's not very nice. As you play through Diablo 3, so far at least, you have like treasure goblins and treasure monsters, and they steal treasure. And usually they appear in like a big mass of monsters. And if you focus on killing all the other monsters, they will get away with a lot of good treasure, I've noticed. So if you ever see something that says like treasure goblin, focus on it and chase it down and get its goodies. Because it has goodies. They're good. Back up to Old Tristram Road. I'm weird. I like to explore every part of the map. Blow up everything I can. Get the most loot that way. Probably not worth it. I'm just kind of a weirdo. Have fun doing it. Running around. Yeah, I already went in there. Can't get through that way. Clickety click. And I'm probably about to come right back to where I started. Get a little bit more experience, kill a couple more monsters. Try to be well through level 3. Maybe I can be at level 4 by the end of this particular quest, which would be neat. I've noticed that the game kind of goes faster when you use a ranged character, or at least for me, the way that I play, I might just be a bad melee or brawler. Alright, let's finish this quest up here. Follow the road on back up to the cemetery. The pet cemetery. Going, 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 going. Walking, running. There's no stamina in Diablo 3, which is great. Remember in Diablo 2, if you ran too long, you'd run out of stamina. And you couldn't run again until it recharged, and it was so annoying. Not the case in D3. Ew, she's throwing up. That's what happens when zombies party too hard on a Friday. Checkpoint. Dead body. And here is Tristram, the original. You know, I kind of grew up with the Diablo games. I remember sitting on my parents' bed and watching my older brothers play Diablo 1 on our PlayStation. And I don't think this looks much like Tristram, actually. Which would have been neat if it did. Would have been like nostalgic and cool if it were the exact same layout. And even if you found like a body or a remnant from one of the old characters in their spot. You know, like in Diablo 2, you had Wirt's body was laying there. And he looted, and he had all of the gold that he made you pay him in the first game for random stuff. I see that yellow ring on the mini map. I like that too about Diablo 3's mini map. Is that when you get close to a quest's ending point, it tells you where it is. So if you want to, you can just go straight there. But no, I like to kill everything, get all the experience I can, explore everything I can. And here I'm not doing a good job of being a ranged fighter, or I would take out the other ranged monsters and then take the close ones. Alright, let's do this right. Get in there, get them dead. Alright. All done. Pick up some junk. Is that gold? I like me some gold. Let's equip anything I can use. Kinda help me out here. Yeah, I wonder if I can still use my spells if I equip a knife. Let's see. Why, yes I can. Get rid of that wand. And here is the boss. And not a big deal, not too hard. You're level 3. Just keep hammering her. Take her down. She's dead. Pick up her loot. Finish the exploration. Check out this body. And there's your waypoint. Let me go back here because there's a weapons rack. Don't think it had anything too special. Nah, hand axe. No big deal. It's only worth like 2 gold. Waypoints have a cool effect. Like when you use them and take it back to town, it looks like you drop out of space. Whoa. Kinda neat. And here's the question. Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up the idea of rescuing her uncle. Nor should she. I'll help her find him. Oh, so close to leveling up. That's alright. There's Leah. What's up, baby? Come, let us search for your uncle. Why, I need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumber told me they found their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there. Adria is her mom. And Adria is the witch from the first game, who says something about a black mushroom. I don't remember exactly what. She just randomly mentions it. But anyway, I think, or maybe you give her something with a black mushroom happens with that woman. Aaliyah is your first companion in the beta. Companions in Diablo 3 are way better than companions in Diablo 2. In fact, in Diablo 2, I gave up on companions because when they died, you had to pay a lot of money to get them resurrected. In Diablo 3, you can just send them back to town when you don't want them, and go back to town and get them when you do. And that is neat. Neato, gang. Let's check out the inventory. See if I've got anything I want to equip. And if I don't, I'm gonna call it a day, I suppose. Well, if I do another one of these videos, we'll look at the auction house, which is how I've gotten quite a bit of money. And we'll look at the next part of the quest. the end of this quest is you kill the Skeleton King, which is from Diablo 1, which is neat. Good little flashback there. Thank you for viewing. Leave me any comments, questions, love or hates, and I will see you next time.